friend?
I'm doing good. How about you?
We've been camping a lot, and I've been watching some of these guys setting up their campsites. And one of the big things I always struggle with is try and get the thing level. You've got your trailers, and the motorhome guy seems to be nicely set up. They got a little button.
Yep.
But tell me what the right thing is to do here.
Even those little buttons aren't the be-all, end-all, to tell you the truth. Why is it important? Why do people care about being level? And it isn't just about you sleeping well, having the blood rush to your head if your head's low. That doesn't matter. What really matters are the appliances inside your RV, how they operate when you're level. A lot of the stuff is propane run. So when you picture a propane burner, it has a little flame coming up, and we have a tube over top. And what happens is if you aren't level, that little flame is hitting the side of the tube, and like the fridge won't operate, the water heater won't operate. And that's where it's so crucial to be level. And the problem is with everything out on the internet today is, what do I use to level? What's out there? What's easiest? What's best? How do I do it? We can make it simpler.
We grew up with some really nice jacks on the corners, and all you had to do was crank it up and you're good. But that's not how these things work nowadays, because they're making the chassis lighter, so there's some challenges.
So what you see on the corners, even if you have a scissor jack like we have on this RV, that's for doing the last inch. That's for fine tuning. If you actually lift the RV off the ground, have the tires right off the ground, even on a motorhome, picture a bowling ball on a straw. They aren't designed to take the weight. You got a side wind, they're going to roll over. So those are for fine tuning, not jacking.
You can also bend your frame if you don't do it right.
Some of the very lightweight trailers out there, you bet. You get that back end up, front end down, she'll actually twist to match. So no, we want to try and get it as level as possible beforehand, and then use the jacks to stabilize only. And that's motorhomes too. Everyone's seen the Lego blocks for the big boys. These are your Lego blocks that you get to play with. And what they are is a stacking block. We can make pyramids out of them and drive up on them. Cost effective, super easy to use. They store small. So right now, I've got my level.
Oh, you got another gadget there.
Just a little level, and I know that this side I'm on, my driver's side, is running about an inch low. So with these, we got to kind of guess. I know I'm running about an inch low, so I'm going to take 1, 2.
That's not hard, because this is basically just about an inch high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, is we know we're about an inch out. We know we got an inch here, essentially.
Right.
And all we're going to do is jump in the truck and pull it up onto those blocks, and then we're close to level.
That's the easy one.
That's
but if I
super
need
easy.
to go more than an inch, it doesn't help to stack them on top of each other like this, because you struggle, the things slip out.
Well, and they'll kick out and everything. But this is where it comes into our building blocks. We are going to, let's make little pyramids to drive up on.
Much easier.
But you get to be my wife. You get to operate the level. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull ahead, tell me when I'm square on top of them, and we'll see how close we are.
Oh, I've leveled it this way now.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do with this way?
Now our front to back is where we're using our tongue jack. So once we're unhooked, we're gonna use that tongue jack to get our nose down or up, whatever we need to do to level out. And then from here is where we would unhook. We would take our jacks, drop them down, and that's when you fine tune the last little bit. That last little bit is what's gonna get you perfectly level, but we still have weight on the tires. That's really what matters.
You got new toys, and I already went and picked them out. Tell me more about what this is about.
The Anderson Levelers, this is a product that came out a couple of years ago. It's really quite innovative. So super simple. You put it in front of the tire, you drive ahead. The further you drive, the more level you become.
What's the other bit for?
Well, what this is a wheel chock. So once we get it up to level, we're gonna come out, kick that in so it doesn't roll back.
So you got 2 in 1 then?
You got it.
Because that's the challenge with the little stackies you've just showed us, is how do you chuck it? You have to chuck it on the other side.
You betcha, and then you get a lot of movement back and forth. Where these ones here, we chalk it, you're handled, and we have other ways of adding more chalking on top of this to stop the movement, but it's an all-in-one product. You're gonna level, you're gonna chalk all in one.
Show me.
Easy as pie. Force the wedge in a little bit, because on gravel, if we don't get them underneath the tire, it isn't gonna pinch and they'll come scooting out. And all I'm gonna do is jump in. You're gonna have your level on the wall, and when the level says we're level, you let me know to stop, we
Good.
chalk, and we're done.
Same hand signals.
You got her.
Take it away, partner. All right, we're good.
And if you don't mind, I'll just get you to chalk on the back side of those wheels so it doesn't roll back. And guys, that's it. We're done.
We're done?
We're level. We're done.
Easy as that.
That's
And if you need a little higher, you just pull a little
we
further
keep going.
forward. Okay.
That's it.
Good.
Not to mention, same thing. We can put them on the back side of the tires and back into it if we're backing into a site. It just makes it so much quicker and easier.
You know what I learned? The most important thing in this whole configuration is you start it with the right gear,
You bet.
okay, which you're going to look after,
Love doing that.
right? And then you have to have good hand signals because your partner needs to help you out.
You bet. And it doesn't have to be fancy hand signals. Your wife and you just need to know what each other's hand signals are.
Right. Stop. There we go.
That's a good
Anyway,
panic
thank you very
signal.
much.